Dear friends, I have a great person in business field who studied business management in one of the US university, and also he has a great experience in sales field, specifically in software sales, which is one of the most growing industry in the world right now since the AI and everything is coming up. So we'll ask a lot of questions that I'm just hoping this question helps the freshmen and those who are seeking a business degree or generally like any degrees in the US universities and or of course in universities around the world. Mr. Tony Kamesi, thank you so much for giving me the time and welcome to my interview. In today's interview, if you introduce yourself, please go ahead.
Yeah, of course. So hi everyone, my name is Tony Kamesi. I grew up in Phoenix, Arizona, the United States. So I've lived here my entire life. So I went to high school here and then I went to Arizona State University.
Arizona State University, thank you so much for that, Tony. And as I know you studied business, you mentioned earlier, what was the motivation behind this? What made you that you picked business degree or business career? And I remember you had a minor degree, if that helped you, and what was the reason behind that minor degree to add in this degree?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, so the reason why I wanted to get a business degree is because, the reason why I wanted to get a business degree, specifically a BS over a BA, Bachelor of Science over Bachelor of Arts, is because I just felt like you can kind of just take it anywhere, right? Everywhere is a business, essentially. Okay, nice. So I felt like that was useful.
This is like a general degree you can apply to different careers.
Yeah, different fields too. Yeah.
And towards your minor really worked you in this field?
I would say my data analytics minor, or it was a certificate, was more probably useful, but I also minored in political science, and I felt like that was helpful as well.
Nice. I'm sure the data, specifically the data analytics, helps you because right now everything is data.
Everything
driven,
is data
right?
driven, yeah.
I mean, you cannot like really traditionally think about business. You have to use some source and data and stuff, correct?
That's right.
All right,
yeah.
Cool. And the other thing is, what they really teach you in the university about the business degree, was it really like worth it to pick this route? I mean, what was your expectation? They really teach you something that you were expecting about the business degree?
Yeah, so I thought it was useful just mostly because, especially at Arizona State University where I went, ASU for short,
nice.
You can kind of just take it anywhere, right? Like I mentioned, business management is a very vague degree, which means that you can kind of just take it to anywhere. You know, you can take it to technology, finance, accounting, firms. So it was very
in healthcare system.
Healthcare
for the management.
Yeah, stuff. Engineering even.
Cool. So that means you're happy with this degree.
I was. Yeah, I would say so.
Cool. The other thing is, what do you think after you finished the college, when you tried to get your first job? How important was the GPA?
Yeah.
And how important was involvement in the government role, like being in a club? I remember you were the student president, which was very proud.
Of course.
And also having an internship.
Yeah. So I think GPA matters, especially if you feel like it's high enough. So if it's good enough to you, then I would definitely keep it on there. But if you don't feel as comfortable putting your GPA on and you're not as happy with it, then you don't even have to put it on there.
It doesn't matter when they do the interview?
No.
If they don't see the GPA on your resume, so how it looks like, you think?
It's not really, in my opinion, I think it matters less, in my opinion. I think experience is what businesses are looking for more than anything.
And involving in the clubs and with the organization was helpful?
I would say it was very helpful, big time. I think that being involved in a club, organization, nonprofit even, is very important because you're building those skills, relationship building skills, networking skills, and that can take you a long way.
The networking, that's a good point. Yeah. Alrighty. The other thing was when you were a freshman, when you were new in college or university, what things did you wish someone told you to focus more on?
I kind of wish that I was able to be told about the practicality of college more. So in other words, if I get my 4-year degree, what will happen after? I wish I got more of that. Unfortunately, it was more like talking about what the university provides, what the university can do for you. It wasn't really much about what was going on after the fact. So that's honestly up to you to actually do that. In my opinion.
So you mentioned about the word of the practical. Is that matter the classes like because in business you have the options, right? You gotta pick the different classes. Even the classes has to be more numbers, practical, computer involved, or it can be art and communication. What do you think about that point?
I would recommend maybe, art and communication can be very useful, especially towards the very beginning. But I feel like when you get closer to, I guess, the finish line, or you getting closer to your degree, so like your junior, senior level classes, I would recommend being more technical. I would recommend doing more of those practical courses, because I feel like that's what businesses really look for.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you so much. And about the internship, how important was internship for you?
Yeah.
And what do you think right now as your employee of the company, how important is internship for someone who are in college?
Yeah.
And how many you got, and how it helped you when you land your first job?
Yeah. For me, I always would recommend to do between 2 to 3 internships at the minimum. If you can do more, the better.
Through the entire 4 years of the college?
All 4 years,
okay,
right?
Nice.
So don't be like me, guys, when it comes to the fact that I only did one. And I'm not saying it hurt me completely, because, I was able to find good opportunities after college.
But you were very active too, I remember.
I was very active, yeah. But I only did one, which helped me, and I understood that. But looking back, I wish I could have done more. So I would say 2 to 3 at the absolute minimum. So if I were to recommend it, do more than 3 if you can.
Like pretty much every summer, just take one.
Every single summer.
Every
Big
single
time.
summer.
100%.
It has to be like in different fields, or it has to be all in one route?
Whatever you want. So if you kind of already know what you want to do for a career, so you want to be like an accountant, then you can just stick to just doing accounting internships. Or if you don't really know what you want to do, then try out different ones.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much on that. And the other question I was thinking about too, I have friends, followers from abroad. They're coming from different countries. For example, with engineering degree, with already a bachelor in business, or even master degree in business.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're thinking to start education again to the US. Since you are in the sales and the working actively in the companies, they really do need to go to put more time, another 4 years, 2-3 years for another degree, or they can tie themselves to finding job.
Yeah. So, this can be a little bit difficult, but I highly recommend it. I think it's a very important skill. So if you're someone coming from another country to the United States, and you're trying to do the jobs, like, so for example, you have an engineering background in China or India or Afghanistan.
Or Afghanistan.
Afghanistan, right? And then you come to the United States, right? As hard and as difficult as it is to already do that, I would highly, highly recommend to look for people who are in the field there.
To build up that friendship.
Yes, right. So,
networking.
Hey, hi, John, you're a software engineer for this company. I'm very interested in this. Can I take you out for some coffee? Can I take you out for some Afghani food, for example, right? There's so many different ways to do it. Nice. And believe it or not, people usually like that work in those fields. They appreciate that,
friendships.
Right.
In order to get referral for the jobs and stuff.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, it's very good. And I'm gonna ask last question about is here. What has been most surprising or hardest about when you just finished college and environment changed totally, like from college you translate to the working environment? How was this experience?
Yeah, so as I mentioned, I graduated in 2020, and we all know that coronavirus is going on, so it definitely was at a unique and a kind of a difficult time. But for me, transitioning from college into work life, it took a little bit of time, but for me, I felt like leveraging my network was really important. So for example, I had a family member that knew kind of the VP of a large bank.
Nice.
And I just asked
VP, like vice president?
Vice president, nice. At Wells Fargo specifically. And so, I reached out to him through a referral, and he kind of helped me
that job, right?
And then I got an opportunity afterwards.
All right. Thank you so much. It was very great, informative interview with you, and this is bringing a lot great informations and answering friends' questions. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah,
I really appreciate your time. Thank you. Good luck with your business and your career.